What's going on, Axie fam? Elijah here, back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at some new developments happening in the current meta in the Axie Infinity arena. We've got stuff popping up that's super interesting. I want to talk about it, break it down, give you my take on it, and also run some games with these builds. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. This is the off season, so everyone is trying out new builds, but what I want to highlight here is that 1 and 2 right now, it's Fruit Guy and then AK, right? These are both really good players. And if I pull up Fruit Emoji's profile, we can see he's running a double Aqua build, but it's a little different from traditional double Aqua builds that we're used to seeing, right? Normally we have pure Aquas, Sponge in the middle, one bird card in Cuckoo or a zero cost, but essentially it's usually Koi with a zero cost. I'd say that's the most popular version of 2x Aqua builds, at least at the higher level it was. And now we're seeing one with a bug part here and pliers on the head, and that's just going to do a balance of damage. So we're not all in on Aqua parts, right? If you hit a shielded target and get the damage bonus with this, let's say it's a tank, I think it does upwards of 170 damage, which is massive, okay? Aquas can sometimes have a hard time dealing with plants and reptiles, so this little bit of balance is really making a huge difference, and it's seeming to work very nicely so far. Last time I faced him, he had this at his back line, and then he had this Aqua at the midline, which is more of the same story here. Now, instead of a bug card, we have a beast card, and hair does 120 damage, but again, versus plants, that's like 150, 160-ish range. We have Hero, which gives us some free damage, a zero cost to escape stuns, which is great, and also don't sleep on the card draw effect, okay? When I play against him, it's so annoying. When I'm running Aquas, he's smacking them in the mid game and drawing more cards. So yeah, I think he's running a really cool team at the moment. If we look at Indez's profile, we can see he's playing around with the same thing. So for instance, this midline Aqua he has, it has dual blade on the horn. That's a beast part. So just experimenting once again, trying to mix in that damage. As far as myself, I have two different double Aqua builds that I've been using lately, and both are so fun to play. The one I've been liking even more as of late is this one over here, Mojo. Let's take a look. So I've got a very traditional cactus tank up front, tons of damage, hot butt to turn off the opponent's mouth cards. At the midline, I've got this Aqua that has just such nice balance and potential here to brick wall and do tons of damage as well. As far as the shield goes, I have 3 cards that offer me at least 40 or above, and that just means that I can bust out like 200 shield in the mid game. I have a beast card in hair and a bug card, so this is going to make it easier for me to get through the tanks. And lamb, which often really does trigger for me because I do face those rushes in the mid game. I put up a lot of shield, but against 4 card Aqua and bird attacks, I'll survive. I'll be under the 50% HP threshold and do tons of damage. So I'm absolutely loving this guy. And then on the back, I'm going with a Nemo, not a Koi build, just because I'm suffering as far as energy here, so I figured I do need a zero cost on the back line. I have high shield here in Garish Worm and Clamshell, so I can do okay in certain situations. If I have enough cards, I can survive a 4-card bird attack, so it allows me to win there. I don't necessarily need the Koi. I'm experimenting though. It's like we're all charting new territory. Let's jump straight into the action so that we can see how this plays out in real time, and then I think I'll show you this team, one other team, and maybe look at the marketplace to find what might be a good starter version of this build. Again, it's not as fleshed out as traditional 2x builds, and don't get me wrong, traditional double Aqua is still really strong, especially as you're climbing up the ranks, but from the looks of it, some of this merging of Aqua and beast/bug damage is disgusting. I mean, it is really strong, at least at first glance. All right, looks like we got an opponent here. It seems as though we're up against a Gravelant backliner, so we're going to need to try to get there quick. I mean, I do have one ranged card, but most of my stuff is melee, so we don't really want to end up in like an even 1v1. We want to kind of already be ahead at that point. Round 1, I'm definitely going to go with damage here up front, play Hot Butt, Cactus, and I'm even going to chuck on the bug card on my midliner. When I get nice damage in round 1, I want to play it and avoid the steals that I'm so often going to see from Sirius. And of course, Hot Butt, a great one to play in round 1 because it turns off his potential to steal in round 2. So definitely going this route. Hopefully don't get feared. I mean, if I get hit with Cute Bunny and miss both of these, it's going to be quite grim, but let's hope. Okay, great. Yeah. At least if I can get 1 round of tank cards in, that's a plus. I didn't burn the 2 energy there. We do see he misses the steal. He plays 2 energy. That left him with 1. So in the next round, he's going to have 3, and I'm going to have 2. Okay, so we turned his mouth cards off. He can't steal this round. So I could pass if I want to. So I did just see 1 pumpkin, so I know it's less likely that, he's showing up with another one. I think I'll go ahead and pass 1 round here. Try to get a combination that I can play for a kill with in the following round. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So he's going to use all 3 of his energy. He's also using, cards that aren't phenomenal on the tank here. For instance, he just used 2 reptile cards on the tank when, it's probably better for him to be patient and try and wait for the bug card. The high damage Terror Chomp will be way more effective, and the reptile card is going to do better on the Aqua of mine. So keep those things in mind when you're playing, how to allocate the cards to the classes that you have an advantage against. So let's see. So now I know he only has 2 energy, so he can't really kill my tank up front. I guess 2 bunnies could do it. It can also make me miss. So I guess I kind of I'm going to abandon this here. I'm going to go, oh boy. Hopefully this kills. Okay, great. Not quite an overkill. I think it's just exactly the right amount that I need. Oh, we get the crit. Oh my god. Let's go. We're already putting damage on the midliner, and this is what I was talking about with the fears. It seemed like those were likely to come in because I hadn't seen them yet. And had I played the plant cards, I would have survived that damage, but I would have missed the attack that I was going to try and use on that plant. So better to let him go there, focus on getting rid of that tank. And now we're in a decent spot for sure. So he only has 2 energy again. I'm going to go ahead and pass. Like, I want to, ideally, if I can chain this with a bug card, it's going to do poison as well, which is nice. Yeah, I'm going to save up 1 more round for a nice brick wall. There we go. It plays defensively. We don't attack, so this is going as we would hope. I think that dropped us below the threshold. 208 for... Oh no, I think I'm 2 hit points away from the damage bonus on Lamb. That's okay though. I think we can live without it. Again, we have to be careful. Even though this match is going well, if we get into that gravel 1v1, we might be in real trouble. So I'm going to try to keep my Aqua alive here at the midline. So I'm actually going to do that with just these 2 cards. That gives me 280 shield, and I should be able to survive like whatever he hits me with here. I'll also play the Garish Worms. So he just goes with the single shield, which makes sense. This is going to put him at 3 energy in the next round. I think I get the kill, which is pretty massive at this point. Yeah, definitely huge there. And he has 3 energy, and I hope I draw more on my midline. Yes, let's go. All right, so what I really wanted was a solid brick wall here. I didn't want to use 4 cards on my midline to brick wall last round because he only had 2 energy. So I didn't need to put up 200 shield last round, right? I only needed a little bit of insurance, like 80 shield. This round he has 3. He's under a lot of pressure. I'm assuming he's going to be coming full throttle. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the last stand with my backline here, just playing 1 Nemo. I'm going to go ahead and put everything I have into this Aqua to keep it alive, which should work. So there's the 3 cards that we were expecting to see. And what's nice too about my midliner is that I have attack down, right, on the Buzz. So that's going to make his following attack be even weaker. So we can see here that this is going to do like nothing. 60 damage. Oh gosh, he hits me with the crit. Oh my gosh. And he discarded. Okay, but I think we're good. God, this game, it's never easy. It's never easy in Axie Infinity. Remember that. But he resigns. We pick up our first win. And that is a little taste of this mixed bag of cards and damage. Again, been having a ton of fun with this one. I was going on like a not so great run of games, as can happen in the off season, trying stuff that wasn't working too well, and I managed to get back up here in the top 10 range with this one and with my other double Aqua build, which why don't I just go ahead and cover that one really quick as well. It's a little different because it's kind of like Garish based, like me building around this one card because I just think it's a lot of fun. I named this one I'll Never Give Up on Garish, right? So that's kind of how my commitment to trying to make one of these builds effective. So I'll give you the quick breakdown. I mean, essentially, we've got Garish Worm on all 3 Axies so that it can chain super easily and do tons of damage and poison, shred through the tank. And then on the back line, I've got some speed up potential and Acrobat. In some instances, allows me to go first before other Aquas and birds. I've got tons of beast and bug damage as well as Aqua across the board. Let's go into the arena with it and see how it plays out. Okay, we're up against Torin. Now, this is a player that you will see in the top 25 like every single season. And right out of the gate here, I'm definitely busting off this damage, okay? There's no reason for me not to. I can chain the Garish worms. You're going to see how this works. Like, it just does heaps and heaps. We're going to hope he doesn't have Cattail here because he'll be drawing a ton of cards. You know, if he does, he'll draw 3 cards. But this is just, I got to go for it here and start to chew away. He does have it, so he'll be having options this game, that's for sure. But we can see here that we're already going to get him down to, you know, in round 1, he's got about a third of his health. Okay, so now he's got 5 energy. He's got a bunch of cards. Definitely a good chance he just rips off a Tri-Spikes combo. I've played him a lot. I know he likes to do that. I think I try to split here. Oh, okay, great. Luckily, I think that's double serious. Okay, no, it's a serious and another cattail. So he only played 1 energy there, which means he has 6 this round. Tons of cards. What am I supposed to do here? All right, so I think it's going to be a matter of passing this round and trying to burst this reptile in the next round. I would say, like, for sure I see a Tri-Spikes combo here from the reptile. Yeah, there we go. And he's just going to rip it off and get rid of the tank. Now, he's going to still have 4 energy next round, right? Because he had 6 there, spent 4, gets 2 back. So now, I guess if he has the cards, he could probably bust something out again because we're already in round 4. His hand should be full too. So I gotta, yeah, he probably has another one to be honest. He's probably just gonna tap the tank up front and unleash another deadly combo. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm playing, I'm gonna play everything. Oh my god. Jesus. Do you guys see how much shield he has? This is so crazy. Ah, man, that's rough. Oh, are we gonna actually kill this reptile before he can play any of these cards? I think we are. Oh my goodness. Oh man, the damage was too much. Oh my goodness, that's a 4-card combo down the drain. And now I gotta just make sure I close this out properly because it isn't an enemy tank. He can heal up for days. I think my best bet with him having 3 energy here, probably to pass, I think. Yeah, just go ahead and pass. Let him play. Oh, he's got 4 energy. Oh man, does that kill me? Oh my god, he crits me. Is that a joke? Okay, this has to be all of his energy though, right? Ideally, what my plan here is to get a double acro so that I can speed up. Or do I just go for it now? Because, oh man, what do I do here? He's 54 speed. He's only 54 speed. I don't need 2 acros. I only need 1. He's got a bug part on him. Okay, great. So I'm just going to unleash this, and then I'll go first the following round, and then I should be able to finish him off. Okay, all right, great. This might even just straight up kill him. So yeah, he was down to 2 energy. He's gaining it back. He's playing the 2 cards he can here, but I don't think it's going to be enough for him after the way that round went for his reptile. That was so sick. And then not quite a kill. So as long as we get, like, we don't get another piranha, which is a little unfortunate, but I do think that with the 0 costs, extra damage here as well, should be okay. That is a lot of shield. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we got him though, guys. Whew. Oh, man. What a game. That was crazy. That was crazy. Again, though, you know I'm kind of sound like a broken record here, but if I was too lopsided in my team, all right, if I was just pure aquas all across, all over the place, there's no way I bust through that reptile. 0% chance, right? If I'm running a traditional aqua build. And the thing to think about there is that, so then where does the upside of all the aqua cards, like where does that show up? When is it better to have just straight up only aqua cards? And there isn't really a situation where you would rather be that lopsided. I mean, think about Arena. You face so many different teams. Yeah, it's like if you knew that you were always just facing Beast Bird, then the pure aqua all the way would be optimal. But we're seeing some things change within the game. It makes a lot of sense. All the builds out there are so versatile, and being balanced is essential. I mean, it's essential in any good game. I feel like now we just need a good name. We need a good name for this build. So if you guys want to leave some comments, what do we call a double aqua build that also is integrated with beast and bug damage? Let's see, that actually put us into the number 5 spot, which we're definitely not going to be mad about. So the last thing I'm going to do is look at what's out there on the marketplace. Now, I'm a bit annoyed that I have to shill Indez's Aqua here, but it is one of the good choices that's out there, so I'm going to mention it. Essentially, when I'm looking for these types of builds, I'm thinking about the bug and beast damage parts that I would be interested in. So if I look at Nemo and Pliers, he has one here at the middle. That's really the only viable one, I would say. You could use this. Honestly, you could play around with this at the midline or the backline position. The goldfish is going to help you speed up in 1v1 situations, and the lamb as well is nice with the shield. So he says solid 2x Aqua mid. Definitely could go there as well. And I think he'd prefer that because he's so bullish on Koi on the backline, which makes a lot of sense. It's super strong. But we did see Fruit Emoji Guy with the backliner like this, right? He wasn't doing the Koi. He was going kind of a more aggressive route actually and just straight damage. It was even a faster play style. So this is out there. I do want to say too that the Koi, like the traditional backline Koi with Cuckoo that's so popular, or was in a couple seasons ago, I think the top 10 had multiple people with this backliner. These are on sale right now. I mean, you can get one for 0.15 Ethereum. I think people are sleeping on them. A lot of new players, they get mystified by pure builds and they forget to go and look for the more niche, higher quality stuff that's, you know, maybe not a 6 of 6 on purity. Essentially, if you just wanted to experiment, you could do something like this Aqua at the midline with the bug damage and Pliers, and a traditional Cuckoo Aqua on the back line. Perhaps the ideal is for the midline to be faster than the back line to help protect against backdoors. But if you can't get that, then you can still just be smart about anticipating those backdoors and making sure that you shield up properly with Cuckoo, or even, you know, one Aqua card is going to survive most 4-card bird attacks, for example. So these are nuanced things that you need to get the hang of. But I see no problem in trying something like this out. It's fairly affordable. Another one that I'm really interested in and might actually pick up for myself, even right here, right now, would probably be this guy for 0.11. Sorry, but I am going to have to make this purchase because it's just a great build. I think it has so much potential. It's similar to my one with Garish in that it's a 100 damage, 50 shield bug card. So that allows me some decent shield in 1v1s. Goldfish, again, allows me to speed up in those scenarios. So yeah, I'm going to be scooping this like right now. And in closing, I'll just say that amongst Indez, AK, and like a lot of the Axie GG guys who are all really solid players, they're really only adjusting the midline in most situations. So what they're doing is putting high beast or bug damage on their midline Axie, and then they're sticking with a traditional zero-cost Koi build, whether it's a zero-cost in Cuckoo or Biden's, right? That's another great option. You guys can search for this build as well. So this is not Cuckoo, but it's something that gives you tons of shield for no cost and removes debuffs on the Axie. It's a really, really nice backline Aqua. So yeah, if you're wanting to tread lightly in experimenting this, get yourself a traditional Koi Aqua backliner, play around with some beast and bug damage at the middle, and go have some fun. This is all new stuff where just the game is going to continually evolve. So don't overcommit to one build, right? Try to be versatile in your Axie selection. Battle logs have been screwed up lately, so we're not really able to see the most current replays and games from the top players. But when that comes back, just stay on top of it. Watch your favorite players. Watch what they're doing. Look at their builds and look at their games, and you'll get ideas. Okay, so you have to be your own Axie experiment. You got to take from what's already working and build upon it. That's what we're all trying to do. All right, I'm going to wrap this video up there. This one was so much fun for me to make. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. It's at ElijahCTG. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.